This week will be pivotal in determining the future of the Jasper Public Library. We'll have more on that. Plus, Terry Seitz is our guest this week for Monday with the Mayor, and host Bill Potter brings us another episode of Inform. All of that and much more is up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Hello, I'm Bradford Raths. We begin with this week being a pivotal week in picking the future home for the Jasper Public Library. The Jasper Library Board is holding 3 meetings this week concerning the viability of the former Hoosier Desk building as a site. The Library Board is holding the first of those meetings this evening at the Kimball Education Conference Center off of West 12th Avenue. The Library Board then has 2 other meetings this week, and the first of those is Wednesday night at 6:30 at the Jasper Library Annex building. The other is the Board's regular July meeting coming up Thursday at 4:45, also at the Jasper Library Annex. A decision could be made official during Thursday night's meeting. Now, Universal Design has completed its structural engineering study of the former Hoosier Desk building. The study found several problems, the biggest of which was an unstable 3-story wall on the building's south side. Now, the report was completed in mid-June and laid out several recommendations for fixing the problems. After the delivery of the report, Library Director Christine Golden stated the structural problems would likely lead to changes in any design plans for a collaborative space in the building.
I think there will be now. I think they have to go back and look at a few areas, especially in the 3-story building to kind of look at maybe, if we have to rebuild part of it, maybe you look at doing it in a way that's, more effective for usage.
Now, the Jasper Arts Commission would collaborate with the library on the Hoosier Desk site for what would be known as the Jasper Cultural Campus. During a public hearing on the idea last month, Arts Commission President Mike Jones pleaded with the public to keep an open mind about the idea.
I would say give serious thought and study this because it's a great way to have 2 public entities working together to save taxpayer dollars with utilization of space, economy of scale, parking, classrooms, restrooms, meeting rooms, those kinds of things. Plus, in the middle of Jasper's plan to expand the city, downtown Riverwalk area.
The Jasper Arts Commission will have its regular monthly meeting at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon, possibly to further consider their role in any plans. An ATV accident in northern Perry County left a Kentucky woman with serious injuries and a Cannleton woman behind bars. Indiana conservation officers say at around 5 o'clock Sunday morning, 22-year-old Morgan Hammock of Cannleton had been riding her ATV along St. Croix Road in the Hoosier National Forest when she crashed into a heavily wooded area. Her passenger, 21-year-old Sarah McCarty of Owensboro, was taken to Owensboro Regional Health for treatment of serious injuries, including multiple broken bones. Meanwhile, conservation officers say Hammock was found to be intoxicated and she was booked into the Perry County Jail. She's facing a level 6 felony for operating a motor vehicle while intoxicated, causing serious bodily injury. Now, both women did not have helmets or safety gear on at the time of the accident. Conservation officers are continuing to encourage riders to always wear helmets and necessary safety gear while riding their ATV. District 47 State Senator Aaron Houchin has been honored with the Legislative Excellence Award by the Indiana Manufacturers Association. The award was based on Houchin's perfect score on the Manufacturers Association's recently released legislative vote analysis. That analysis ranks lawmakers based on their votes and measures that protect manufacturing jobs. The IMA says bills used in the report were selected because of their significant impact on the state's manufacturing community. These included sales and income tax relief, repeal of the common construction wage, and a reform of the unemployment insurance system. In a news release, Houchin says Indiana is the most manufacturing-intensive state in the country, providing thousands of jobs to Hoosiers. She says it's important for the General Assembly to support the growth and success of the manufacturing industry in the state, and she's honored to be recognized with this award. New state figures show that the growing number of Indiana students taking career and technical education courses have a higher graduation rate than other high school students, a trend that also holds true here in southwestern Indiana. A recent State Department of Education report shows 95% of students concentrating on career and technical education courses, known as CTE, graduate from high school. That compares with a 90% graduation rate for all graduates. The graduation numbers come as Governor Mike Pence and state education officials continue pushing career readiness as a major educational priority. About 85% of graduates with CTE concentrations go on to a 2-year or 4-year college or post-secondary program, and those attending college have a significantly lower rate of remedial math and English courses than other high school graduates. Now, locally, CTE graduation rates were slightly below the state average for the most part. Region 11, which includes Dubois, Perry, Pike, Spencer, and Warwick counties, boasted a 94.5% CTE student graduation rate. Region 8, which includes Davies and Martin counties, was slightly below that at 94.4%. However, Crawford County is part of Region 10, which boasted an overall CTE graduation rate of 96.3%, while above that average, and the second highest rate in the state. And finally tonight, state lawmakers on the Interim Study Committee for Public Policy will spend time this summer looking at whether or not Indiana's public smoking ban should be expanded. The ban has been on the books for 3 years now. The main issue being studied is whether or not there would be added benefit in expanding the ban to cover certain bars, taverns, private clubs, and casinos that the ban originally exempted. Brianna Herndon is the Indiana Government Relations Director for the American Cancer Society's Cancer Action Network. She says the law was a step in the right direction, but there were winners and losers created as a result of the ban. Some of the chief concerns with expanding the ban include the potential financial toll on the state's gambling industry and people who could opt to work at businesses where smoking is not allowed. The study committee will also look at financial impacts associated with cigarette tax increases, e-cigarette taxation, and possible funding for tobacco use prevention and cessation programs. As we reported earlier this year, Mark Messmer will be serving on that committee. All right, coming up after the break, Terry Seitz joins me for Monday with the Mayor, and later, your local forecast and Inform with Bill Potter. We're back after this.